Hey everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Today I thought we'd go into the snug in my house and just chill. So I can read my notes, understand what's going on and just chat to you guys. Because today we're kind of doing a Bible study. So the other week I was doing my Bible, thinking about what to do for this kind of video, what video should I do next on this channel. And this verse really jumped out to me. And the verse is Exodus 1 verse 12. And this verse really jumped out to me. I was like, okay, I'm going to do this verse. And it goes, "But the more they were oppressed, the more they multiplied and spread. So the Egyptians came to dread the Israelites." Okay, so what's the context of the time? That was my first question when I was reading this, okay? So what's happened is, do you remember Joseph and do you remember Pharaoh? They're all happy families, woo, everyone loves each other. And Israelites came and we're like, oh, we're going to live in Egypt, woo, everyone loves that, woo. Well, that's all stopped. That's all gone away. They've all died. It's a few hundred years later. And there's a new Pharaoh and he doesn't like the Israelites. He's scared of the Israelites because he's scared that they're going to join with the surrounding nations and overthrow him. So his fear of the Israelites made him do some irrational things. And what he did was, he put slave masters over the Israelites. He said, you're going to work for me now, I'm going to take all of your freedom and you're going to build my cities. And there's nothing they could do. So they started building these cities and they were getting treated unfairly and they were dying and people were getting hurt. But they grew so rapidly that the Pharaoh became scared of them even more. And that's where we're at. That's what's happening in the story today. So my first point I wanted to really show to you guys and talk about is, no enemy formed against me will prosper. This is a verse what's been used so many times. This is one of the most well-known verses in the Bible. Like, you have a cold, no enemy formed against you will prosper, any of that stuff. Like, this is used so many times, you're like, oh, whatever. But here, it shows the mighty power of that verse. Because you see, the Pharaoh was the most powerful man in the country. He wanted people to worship him. He could have anyone killed. He had control of everything. And he had control of the Israelites. So he built weapons and he built structures what were meant to destroy the Israelites. Not only destroy them in physical health and to kill them, but destroy their faith, destroy their spirit and destroy their community. He made them work ridiculous hours every day to build these cities. He used hard labour to try and destroy all this. And he was never prosperous. You see, he put all these structures in place that was meant to destroy the Israelites. And not only was he not prosperous, he actually grew them in it. They actually multiplied so supernaturally that it didn't make sense. You see, in the situation where it seemed God was so far away, if I was building cities every day, getting all whipped and getting hurt, I wouldn't have thought God would be in that. I wouldn't feel God would be in that. I'd be crying, God, what are you doing? Take me out of this situation. But God was working through them in it. And that's something we don't understand. Each day they were going to cities, they were being mistreated, they were being hurt. And God, with his supernatural power, was growing them. God, with his supernatural ability, was growing them, was growing their community, growing their faith, growing the whole of Israel so they were ready for something. God used this situation that was meant to be of oppression, of hurt, of destroying them. He actually used it to prosper them. He used this time where they were forced to do stuff to grow them. Each day they were getting mistreated and it would have seemed like God was so far away. But if they took a perspective out of it, they'd see that actually God was so in it. God was so in that time. God was so in them growing. God was so in them when they were building these cities, trying to grow them. And that's something that's happened recently with me and in my life. When I've been in seasons of oppression, when I've been in seasons of hurt and of pain, it can feel like God is so far away. But now when I step out of it, I can see God is right in the centre of that, growing me and building me. So if you're in a season of oppression now, if you're in a season where it feels like everything's trying out to get you, have heart and have strength for you because God's growing you in the season. It might be hard for you to see it because of the perspective you're in right now, but God's growing you in this, and that's something we need to get into our mind. That when we go through hard seasons, it's going to be hard, it's going to hurt, but God's going to grow us through it like he did with Egypt. No, like he did with the Israelites. You see, because no enemy formed against me will prosper. And this is so true when we actually see it in person here. And in these seasons, God will show up and he will grow you. And he won't let things destroy you. Because no enemy formed against me will prosper when God's in my corner. And that's something we really need to focus on, we really need to understand. Is that God's going to be with us no matter what. And he's going to grow us. He's not going to put us out of it, he's going to grow us. Second point, and this is really important, is in this time when they were in slavery, They would always cry out going, God, take me out of this. God didn't take them out of the situation straight away. He actually grew them in the situation, then he took them out. And in this growing stage, this was probably tens, maybe even hundreds of years. And it's something that we need to get into our mind of how God works. Because a lot of the time when we're in seasons of oppression, a lot of the time when we're in seasons of doubt and seasons of getting hurt, and it feels like everything's formed against us, we can go, God, take me out, beam me up, pull me out of this situation, please. But a lot of the time that's not how God works. And if you look in the Bible, a lot of the time God doesn't pull you out of a situation, but he actually gets alongside you and walks you through it. That's how he worked here with the Israelites. He didn't just pull them out of Egypt straight away. He went, no, you're oppressed, and I'm not going to look down and look over you. I'm actually going to come down with you, and I'm going to grow you through this. And this is something that's really hard to understand. And it's something that's really, we need to get ingrained in our mind of how God works. Because I know even for me, all the time when something goes wrong, or I'm in a season of my life's not going the best, I go, God, just pull me out of this. God, pull me out. Stop all this. But actually, that's not how it works, because my view is God's up there in the sky with a hand. He's going to lift me and drop me. No, God's actually not up there. He's actually right next to me and walking me through this. And it's something we really need to get in our mind of how God works. That it's not always about him pulling us out of a situation, but him actually walking alongside us and growing us in this situation. Because if we truly know, no only formed against us will prosper, when we walk through this, we know God's next to me. So nothing of this isn't going to destroy me, because God's growing me through this. And that's something we need to get into our hearts. So the next time when we're struggling, when we're in this season of oppression, we can know, okay, this season's going to be a rough one, but I know that my God's going to stand next to me, and my God's going to walk me through this. My God's going to grow me through this. So if you're in a season of hurt, if you're in a season of pain, if you're in a season of oppression, what's your prayer? Is your prayer, God, pull me out of this? Or is your prayer, God, I know you're going to walk alongside me, so show me where you're walking? And that's probably the main prayer we need to focus on. Does that make sense? That's probably the main prayer we need to look at when we're doing all this. Because he doesn't change the situation, but he changes us in the situation. And that's the main thing. We can get so angry at God for not pulling us out of situations, not changing situations, but normally he doesn't change situations, but he changes us through that situation, and he grows us through it. So we need to trust God that he knows the bigger picture. Because you see, if the Israelites were just there, and he pulled them out straight away, the Israelites were small when they walked through the desert, when they're going to the promised land, they wouldn't have filled that, because they weren't massive. But God grew them in it so they could leave. God grew them in it so they were ready. You see, God knew the bigger picture. God was going to pull them out. He was going to walk with them first and grow them first. And the last point is that growing under oppression is such a biblical thing. And it's such a thing, if you look through historically, the times when the church grows the most rapidly and supernaturally is when they're under oppression. In times throughout history, when church is growing rapidly like we've never seen it before, is when they're under oppression. Like even with Acts, the church was under so much pressure, people getting killed for their faith, and it grew rapidly. A few years ago in Iraq, when people were getting persecuted, arrested, and even killed for their faith, the church grew rapidly. So when you're under oppression, get ready, because this is a season of growth. Understand that if you're going through something, if you're under oppression, God's not just going to be with you through it, he's actually going to grow you through it. Just like an encouragement, I would say that if you're going through something, just get ready and know that God's going to grow you. And it's a lot easier for you to say when you're out of it, oh, God's going to grow me through hard times. But when you're in it, it hardly feels like that. And when you're in it, it hardly feels like God's growing you. But you just need to latch onto that. You need to latch onto that. I think you've got that, okay, this season's hard. This season hurts. This season's not going to be good. But God's going to grow me through that. And I'm going to latch onto everything. So I'm going to read the Bible. I'm going to spend time with God, because I know he is growing me through this. And it's something we need to understand. Something that we need to get ready, because God's going to grow you through the season of oppression. And we just need to be ready to grow. My camera died, so I hope you heard the rest of that. And I hope this was good. I hope this helped. I hope this really spoke to you, and you heard something God's trying to tell you through this. So yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. This helped. Take care. See you in a bit. Bye.